Friday the 13th. I am Crystal, Nessie, Ness, whatever. I have got my hot milk for breakfast. It's about 8:15 in the morning. I've just watched Good Morning Britain, where Donald Trump is in Britain for a couple of days, and they're moaning about him and what he said. Piers Morgan and another lady on Good Morning. President Trump has criticised Theresa May over various things, and they're saying the inflatable balloon they've made of Donald Trump is unflattering. So I've switched it off. It's like they were arguing on the television. I have enough of arguing wherever I go, so I switched it off. For breakfast I've got my banana from Sainsbury's. Yesterday I was going into the library as Beverly came out. She didn't look very happy. She was in her brown hooded coat. Different member of staff in the computer area, and to be honest, I didn't like the way that she was acting. For yesterday there was a smell in the library. There were two men sat quite close to Beverly, and they smelt. He had a dirty shirt on. I call him the Norris. Sounded like he sounds like Norris off of Coronation Street. And he also goes in Sainsbury's when I'm in there. He really smelt. So I don't know if there's a couple of men that sit together. He was sat with another man, and they were contemplating going to Sainsbury's after the library. I didn't sit next to Beverly because it would have looked like two probably men sitting next to each other. So I sit by myself. I don't join in games like that. Basically, the rude librarian walked around spraying air freshener all over the place, and some people are allergic to it, and I started sneezing, my eyes started watering, and I found it very rude. Poor people smell, it's a fact. Maybe they haven't got access to water. If you don't want to, I mean, if you take a job where you're dealing with the public, then you have to deal with the noises and the smells, I'm afraid, and if you don't like it, don't do the job. But you should never ever be rude like that in front of people. I mean, even to do it discreetly under the desk, but to go around blatantly spraying air freshener like that is a bit rude. Then I found people were trying to annoy me and get me off of my computer chair, so I left the library by clattering about and being stupid, and women letting their children run haphazardly all over the place, sit on chairs, bang around on computers. Does this work? But I completely ignored it. They're not my children. It's not for me to tell somebody off. I used to years ago when I lost my children, but I'm not going to shout at other people because I'm not bitter and twisted and tangled up and a miserable old boot. So I wrote my poem, looked at my emails, and then I got a text message from Graham, a married man, asking me, do I want F-U-C-K with him. And obviously that was meant to upset me and get me angry and get me going, but I stayed what I was doing, did what I needed to do, and eventually I left the library, and my brother-in-law had been in there. He wasn't in there when I went in the Pentagon for the second time because I had to get cat litter, and it's heavy, milk and hamster food. and I was served by Jennifer in Wilkinson. Because they leave their name on the till receipts and they've got badges on there, and if you've got eyes you can see. It's not being nosy, it's there in your face. I left there, struggled up with the cat litter, which is extremely heavy, up the fishy tunnel with the lech cans in it, still got lech cans all over there, LECH, and came home and there was a post on the floor, a pair of silver gloves I'd ordered quite a while ago, and this note on the floor that a parcel had been left for me, C. Marshall, at 1 o'clock, and that's late for a postman, that is, and it's ready to collect the next working day in red, and a signature is required, so I've got to go and collect that today at some point. And then Dr. Lupin had kindly prescribed me medication which helps with the ulcers in my mouth, which I collected from the pharmacy on Church Street. 30 of them, 10 in the box, and they put 20 in the box, and they put 10 in this brown medicine bottle. My prescription was ready, walked out straight away with it, unlike Boots, and I went into the Punjabi shop, whereupon I had to wait 3 or 4 minutes to get served. A woman came out and banged boxes near my foot, 2 large boxes which vibrated the floor, and they looked at me, said nothing. Then after a while she said 2 minutes, and then eventually I was served and I left, and she said bye. Yeah, and then I walked home and settled down for the evening, watched Jeremy Clarkson's Top Gear episode of that, and watched Kill Bill. And now and then a man's laughter was ringing out from somewhere, I don't know where it was, a man laughing his head off. And then later on something made me laugh and I laughed my head off. So ditto, you know what I mean? And today it's overcast, but it may get sunny towards the afternoon, so you don't know what clothes to put on. You put on a coat in the morning, and in the afternoon the sun's out. So I'm expecting a day the same as yesterday or any other, dodging being run over, people saying goodbye as I'm walking past to their friends, and next bags, like you're next, Amanda went first and I'm next, and that's all 3 of the Trower children wiped out, and there we are.